What's up, guys? Welcome to the episode 1 of our podcast, Gym Lads Talk. Today we are joined with Guy Harding, 4-time world champion bodybuilder. So we're going to jump straight in with a question. How, firstly, did you get into bodybuilding?
I was always into sort of being active, sport, played football at a young age. My family's like a boxing background. So I used to box up until the age of about 14. Then I got braces, and doctors, orthodontist sort of said, you just keep getting punched in the face, it's not going to change. So I thought, well, I better stop that. And then I just, started the gym. I remember my first session in the gym. It was in a place called Cranford Club in Exmouth. I trained with a person called Andy McInnes, and I remember him saying, like, put 15 or something on the bench. So I thought, okay, so I put it both sides, not thinking. But then I could just easily do it. So I noticed I was like way further ahead strength-wise. And then I always had that, so I was always the strongest out of all my mates, which then motivated me to sort of train more and keep going. Then some of them come and go, but I just kept going for it. And then I remember the first time I did a show, actually, it was a person called Jamie, who's a natural dude from Bods, and he said, oh, you should do a show like Miami Pro or something like that, he said, which is like a starting out sort of fed. And I thought, oh great, yeah, I could do a show. I had no idea what I was doing. Remember the first show I did, I literally had a few jelly babies before the day. Brought the trunks and the shorts. It's meant to see, so the shorts at the venue. Got up on stage. I managed to get through to the final. I remember it was at Body Power. It's called like Fitness of the Week or something. Yeah.
Where was that to?
Birmingham, NEC. Yeah.
Was that before it got big, or was it quite big then as well?
Oh, it was big then. Yeah. I remember looking back at the 3 people I was against. I think what they did was they put everyone in groups and then pulled one of each. Right. So and then went through to the final. And there was a dude that was like shredded and I was thinking, how have I beaten this person? But I'll take it. Yeah, and then from there I just kept going. I kept enjoying it, loved the shows, so just got involved with it really, and then didn't stop. Well, I did stop, and now I'm back in it.
How long did you stop for?
It was 2 years, I think. COVID. So in my head, I wanted to have a little break anyway. After I won the Mr. Atlas, so the world's the second time. I wanted to have a little break anyway. Then COVID hit. Gyms were shut, so I had a little bit in my garage, but couldn't really do anything. Thought, okay, this is a good time to stop, and I didn't really get back into it. Obviously, I focused a lot on my coaching. I was trying to grow that business, and I actually thought bodybuilding would scare a lot of people off. Or actually, vice versa. Once I did this show this time, it's literally boomed. Massive. Because I'm in better shape than they're seeing it, but also seeing my clients. They're saying, well, he knows what he's doing, but also he's done it himself. So,
do you think that's a massive factor coming to online coaching these days? Especially that it's not so much what you've done, in a sense of if you don't look like you've ever done it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a bit of both. I think you need to, all the top people I think have done it, but then they've pulled away from it and then they focused on the coaching. I think it's because obviously coaching does take up so much time, it's hard to prep, but because I enjoy prep and I've done so many shows, I can just flow into it pretty easy. It doesn't take, but the prep I did for this year's Atlas was,
when Nando's like the day before.
Nando's about 5 times a week.
That's the key to winning the
Atlas. Lots of Nando's
5 times a week.
There you go, get that sponsorship in there.
Hand out a black card.
No. Yeah, no. I think it's Ed Sheeran and Rio Ferdinand. I've got them, haven't they?
That'd be the dream.
Nando's?
Black cards.
Yeah.
So you get it free ever.
I've got it as well. You just take it in.
It's free. Why do they give it to the millionaires?
I know.
They've already.
Why do they give it to Sidemen as well?
I know.
Simon are pretty.
To be fair, I think it's because if they go there, it's basically like an affiliate scheme for Nando's.
Yeah.
If
they post it there, everyone's turning up.
Yeah, every
I actually knew a person that he didn't have a black card, but he used to get it free.
Really?
Yeah.
So mad.
I know. Every time we went.
I
need to get on that.
Oh, yeah. I reckon you could, to be fair.
Yeah, just say give me chicken.
Imagine just a Nando's black card.
Yeah, but you would go every day.
You would.
It's good for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's proper chicken.
You can just have chicken, just cooked.
Plus, if you got a Nando's black card, it's not like they just still don't have to pay for their shopping.
No.
You don't have like a Tesco's black card.
No.
You've still got to
So
go.
you might as well just go to Nando's.
So you may as well go Nando's 3 times a day,
Chicken
7 days a week.
Definitely do that. That is so good.
But in Exeter, you could be alright, because I reckon if you're saying one, they'd think you're taking the piss, where you could go Marsh Barton once, then home. Go each one once a day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would do that. Their chicken's so good.
Mate, it's so good. What's your go-to at Nando's?
Half chicken.
Although you had that last week, man, you thought it was tiny.
I was hungry, so probably a whole chicken.
Whole chicken.
Yeah. Do you have your sides though?
Mash.
Mash, yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, mate,
Mash is actually
so
the
good.
leanest there. It's like only like
Is it?
230
We
calories.
had a conversation, didn't we?
Oh, you
Yeah.
just switch it up, man. You need to have some chips.
Chips is 450.
Oh, you
Yeah.
done that
Mate,
next.
the peri
Or
chips
large,
are
like 1100.
Yeah,
Is
And
it?
that-
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
mine
what
used
was
to-
the worst thing on the menu? The hummus.
Hummus is the second highest calories on the menu.
Is
So,
it?
well, so there's the whole chicken, which is like 1100, but this is so the naught for the small
It's
sides.
crazy, isn't it?
Then there's the fino pitta, it's like 890, then,
That's
it's,
so
then it's the
nice.
hummus. It's crazy, it's
What?
like 850 calories.
That's another thing.
I've stopped
as well.
having it.
Like, I feel like people of the older generation go like hummus is healthy.
Hummus is healthy, yeah.
Yeah. Like hummus.
What even is hummus?
Sand.
It's just chickpeas, isn't
What
it?
do you
It's
mean
disgusting.
It's just chickpeas.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
It's got to have something else in it, but it's mainly chickpea, isn't it?
I've never had it, I think.
I'm pretty sure it is anyway.
I'll have that next time I go.
Oh, it's
Nah,
so
you
good.
don't
The
like
peri,
it.
the
Is it also
drizzle.
like sauce?
It tastes like, you know when you fall
You know,
over
like
on
your
the
crisps and dip.
Yeah,
That's
that's nice,
hummus.
isn't it?
Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
not.
I love hummus.
Oh,
I
it's
love hummus.
disgusting.
I would
Surely
have
if
it,
it's
but I
like-
can't.
Right, next 10,000 calorie challenge, mate.
Yeah.
Just go
It
there.
feels like you're licking.
Although
extra
I
stage.
remember, so if I have that as a
If you
starter,
ming it
no,
tastes
it's
like sand.
you
I
got to
can't
mix
have it.
in the dip.
Oh, I
The
don't
dip's
know, it's
amazing.
lovely.
Oh, it's my favourite. Yeah, I would have it, but when you have it, you do feel full. So if I have that, I then can't finish my main normally.
Right.
It definitely hits you.
Wow.
Is it quite a big portion of hummus?
No, it's like it's literally like
It's really filling.
you know the little
Really?
bowls where like the so like your sides come, but not like the chips one, like,
Like
your
the mash bowl.
Yeah.
Like the tiny mash bowl.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
It's full of that.
But then you get a pita with it, and then you get the drizzle.
Oh, right.
So yeah.
That's my next order.
I do love that.
Hummus, full chicken and peri chips.
You won't do it.
Do you not reckon?
You won't do it.
That's a challenge.
No.
I'm going there after this.
Film it.
Yeah, film
So,
it.
I ordered 4 chicken thighs in there, boneless chicken thighs.
Yeah.
With 2 extra, so 6 in total. It's good protein, it's lean. And I was like, have you got any ketchup, mate? Like to the waiter. And he was like, oh no, sorry, but we don't. I was like, yeah, no worries, no worries. I get down to like my last bite of my entire meal. He brings over the ketchup.
What?
And I was like,
Bit late.
oh, thanks, mate. I was like, cheers.
Just put the whole bottle on.
He was like,
for
oh,
that
sorry
bit.
it took so long.
Do you normally have, like, on prep then, this year?
So yeah, every time I
wraps?
went, I had butterfly chicken, and I didn't really eat the skin, and then I had the sweet potato wedges.
So it's pretty good then. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's same as what
It's
you'd
on
be having
plan.
at home, but just
Exactly.
nicer.
Just can go out and do it. Yeah, yeah.
And you don't have to cook.
And yeah,
Which is a
no
massive
restrictions.
bonus.
So
And do you do that every prep or?
no, it's the first one I've done.
This is your first one back since having time off, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
probably
it's definitely the
the
easiest
best
prepping
package
I've
as
done.
well.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
the
yeah.
best packages you would stage.
Yeah,
100%.
but yeah, it's just I think from having that time off, then my body just responded so well and so easily. Because like I was starting at 105, and then I got on stage at 105. Where now I'm sat at 115 in
But
that
you were
condition.
saying today you look
So then where
leaner.
am I going to go to? I don't know. So it's a good sign.
It's crazy,
Good
it's
sign.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the plans then?
Well, yeah, so I've got the May FX in Exeter. I'm only doing that because it's local, all friends and family can come. Haven't really ever had anyone at a show.
Which is mad, but 'cause how many have you done now?
17.
See,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's mad.
I've noticed that, so I haven't lost in 7 years.
Can't
Oh,
wait.
undefeated.
So I also need to go for harder. So I'm going to probably try and go to Bros, IFBB.
Yeah.
See if I can get the pro card with them.
That'd be
But then I
sick.
do want to do the Atlas again because it's good money, good federation. They're nice. It's like a family federation, but the Americans are different. So in English league, everyone wants to win, obviously, but you do then get that bit of bitterness.
Yeah.
Where in America, I think they honestly just want you to win, even though they're competing. They're happy that you've won. So that's really nice. So yeah, I do like the Atlas.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's no like animosity.
No,
between
no
it. It's like,
bitterness.
so obviously the videos from
Yeah, they're really nice. Like
shit.
so, Mo, who comes second this year, come third the last time I won it, and I could tell he'd improved. I did think I'd won, but then he's just excited. He's just like, oh, I'm really happy to have competed with you again, and then next year we'll do it again. So
That's a good thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Saying
yeah.
like that instead of
Yeah,
getting angry, you losing or whatever.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but next year, if you win, you're the first person to ever win it
four times. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
So this year I would have been the first. I'm the first third 3-time bodybuilder, but Jeremy's won men's physique 3 times. So he's also a 3-time. Yeah, yeah. And I think the natural dude won the natural twice and the classic once. So officially he's 3 times.
That dude's insane.
Yeah, for an actual ridiculous.
Absolutely
Who's that?
insane.
I was slightly glad. I thought he was doing bodybuilding. I mean, I was way bigger than him, but his condition was ridiculous.
Who's
I
it?
think he's Robert Johnson.
He's English.
He's
or
No,
American?
no,
Oh,
he's
mate,
American.
his
No.
condition is
Is
ridiculous.
it?
Yeah, so I saw him on stage. It was really hard judging the classic because there were some ridiculous lads, and we couldn't work out what they were looking for. So I want to do classic, but it's my worry. Because bodybuilding, if you're the biggest and the leanest, you win. With the best, obviously, symmetry and all that. But with classics, like, well, what do they want? There was about, I think there was 16 in the class, and it's like, well, I have 5, and some of them didn't even place. Like the Team GB that went, only Elliot placed, and really they all thought they were going to win it.
Well, Elliot looked ridiculous.
Yeah, Elliot. I saw Elliot walk out on stage, and I was stood in a group, and Helen, his girlfriend, was there, and I said, "I'm not saying this because you're here, Helen, but that's wow." Like it did shock me. It was like, I could just see it. He just stood out, and how much he'd improved because he'd come up from men's physique.
Right.
Where like so Theo, he was probably favourite to win it because he'd won the PCA Worlds the weekend before, or a couple of weekends before, who looked amazing as well. But I did just think Elliot did have a bit more standout. I think Theo's probably a better classic competitor at the moment, but Elliot just had that wow. I was like,
who actually won it?
That natural dude.
Did he?
Yeah, Robert Johnson. But I was saying,
everyone, it's crazy.
He's ridiculous. He's just got ridiculous. Yeah, his glutes were just inside out. But I remember stood there thinking, well, he's definitely placing top 5. I didn't think he was going to win it, but I thought he's placed. Yeah, he's in a group of like a lineup. They judged it very strange, like, which is good because it keeps everyone guessing.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, he's definitely my number. He's up there. He's definitely getting looked at. Yeah, he was in a group of 5. And I thought, well, are they the other 5? But they were. But we obviously thought Theo, Elliot. I forgot the other classic dudes that went. Oh, Mo, current Mr. Atlas. They were all there. Yeah, so everyone thought, oh, well, they're gonna be in it, but they just weren't in the running.
That hard. Was it that hard category?
Oh, the classic. Yeah, I was glad I didn't do it. Yeah. Well, I would have definitely wouldn't have placed because I was way too big.
Because I was watching it and your category, I think.
I bought
you
it.
Like, yeah.
Have all the categories because they don't tell you who's. Yeah, they don't tell you who's won or anything. You have to wait till the evening show.
Right.
Which they call the finals bit. I knew, and most people knew I'd won the bodybuilding, but then no one knew who'd won any other class.
Yeah. So you also won most muscular.
Most muscular, yeah. Which was I remember Suki coming backstage, and he was like, "Guy, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just chilling, like, shouldn't be jumper and that." He was like, "Oh, they're doing the awards," and I said, "Oh, I never win the awards because it's normally like best 6-pack, best presentation, best posing, and then another female one." And they're like, "Oh no, they're doing most muscular this year," and I was like,
"Get me out there."
Yeah. No, but I thought, "Oh yeah," and I thought, "Oh wait, I'm definitely gonna win that." Like I can't not win that being the bodybuilder.
Well, yeah,
biggest bodybuilder.
Yeah. So yes, that was a nice little extra bonus.
Yeah, because you brought a decent package, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I brought $8,000, obviously, which was a nice little win. But yeah, my look was the best, and that's what all the judges said.
Yeah.
You just look the best. You've looked the healthiest, the most conditioned. I've been bigger than that because I was 105. I've been 111 before, but I wasn't as tight.
So would you say you gave the illusion of looking big?
Yeah, because being tighter, waist was way smaller. Had the hernia operation obviously like a few years back, which I think has helped bring the waist in. It was the best look. It's funny because normally when I'm out there, I just eat up because I'm pretty confident normally I'm going to win, so I just feed up. But this year I didn't as well because they said they want condition.
Oh, right.
And I remember the night before I was going to eat big, but then Dougie, the UK competitor, jumped in. And I got worried and panicky, so I didn't eat, which was good, because then I looked better, but obviously still took the win.
Yeah, nice.
Can't complain. And the goal next, obviously you said about the 2 bros.
Yeah, so that would be to get IFBB Pro card.
And then...
the big one.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if I can get... The hard thing with the 2 bros is the weight. So, yeah, well, that's the end goal. Obviously, if you get your pro card, win a pro show, you can go to Olympia. I don't think I can go to Olympia. Well, I know I can't. I can't compete with the open bodybuilders. They're just a different.
It's too much.
They're monsters.
There's like the health risks that come with it as well.
Yeah. So much more gear, so much more training, years of it, pushing your body, injuries. I don't want to do it either. Where classic, I feel I could actually be quite competitive in the classic pro lineup already.
Yeah.
So if I can just tweak my posing a bit more.
Your waist is really small.
Yeah, I need to bring that. But I reckon if I can bring it in 1 more inch and then increase my legs 1 more inch, then it would be a 27-inch waist, 27-inch legs.
27-inch waist.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the goal.
Yeah, that is mad. Was it 27?
I'm 27-inch waist.
Shut up.
Genuinely.
I'm 32. I'm well fat. I thought it was alright.
Yeah,
You get a waist trainer.
this is when that's what I got. Yeah, I use a waist trainer, but then I always think like now I should be using it. I should be using it every day. But I'm like, oh, week out, put that on. That'll do. That'll do. Hope you bring it in. I need to start doing that if I'm going to try and go
Does
that
that
way.
actually work? Then,
Yeah, I think they do.
It's not just
And,
a
and
gimmick thing,
vacuuming. Vacuuming's the best.
I keep trying to do that. I keep
You
forgetting
can
to do it.
vacuum.
I can vacuum.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to practice it
Yeah.
because I can't last like more than 5 seconds.
No,
Like with the vacuum.
that's the hard bit.
Yeah.
Holding it.
So I'm trying to like.
That's life.
So I'm trying to practice it every day.
It is
but
tough, isn't it?
I've done 0 days every day yet. So.
Yeah.
I
used to though. I used to do it religiously.
Yeah.
So I used to walk to work. I used to always be doing it.
Well, while you're walking to work.
Yeah, yeah. Because I couldn't do it, so I used to just try and suck at the hole.
Fair enough.
Sunbeds lying down is the easy time to do it.
To be fair, I think I
Go
got good
sunbeds
at
night
it
and
from
do
trying
it.
to hide my gut in school. All I would do is suck in all day. And I think that's been one benefit. I can actually vacuum.
I did that to puff up my chest. But it went my stomach. Actually, was that? I used to breathe in all the time when I walked into a class. I was so skinny.
I was so right.
skinny.
I was skinny at school.
It's
Don't
horrible.
worry.
Yeah,
I was tiny at school.
Yeah, because you lost loads of weight.
I was the
didn't you?
opposite, yeah. I was
Yeah.
92 kilos at 5'5".
You were 90. Flip that.
Meatball.
I was
Umber.
56 kilo. When I started training, I was 56 kilo. I remember.
56.
I don't know what I was in kilograms. I was 4 stone 12.
4 stone.
You weren't 4
Oh, that is
stone.
small.
In year 8, I was 4 stone 12.
Oh, year 8, alright. I thought you meant
That's
year
when I
11. I'm like,
Started
Jesus.
lifting when I was 13.
Yeah.
I might be. I
4
might
stone?
have been over 5 stone then, but it was.
Which
it
you
was
got
skinny.
7 kilo to a stone.
Yeah.
So you were, what, 4 stone?
No, I think that is. Yeah, there was 7 kilos.
That's
Let's
not.
just search it up.
Surely not. You weren't like 30 odd kilo.
I think I was probably about 40 kilograms.
Do you know? I
40
thought,
could be possible.
going on that kilo, right? I was pretty sure it was 7 kilo to a stone,
Mm.
but 70 kilo isn't 10 stone.
I'm 75 and I'm 12.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let me
that's
search it up
weird.
now.
How does that work? Where does it
I
change?
did that because Georgia, I remember she's like, oh, I'm 70 kilo. I was like, no, I'm 10 stone. I was like, wait, 70 kilo? I was like, no way.
'Cause it is 7
It must be
Right.
like 6 point something.
So let's
Yeah.
do 70. So 70 kilograms is 11 stone.
Yeah, 11 stone.
So it must
So
be like
1.1.
6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
makes
that.
sense.
7 was 11 exactly, yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Just
So
roughly
1.1.
7.
1.1.
Well, it's roughly 7 kilos to a stone.
So what
Yeah.
was I then? So I was.
6.9.
Well, just do it pounds. Just do it 14 and divided by 2.2.
No, I must have been. That was in year 7. I must have got a bit heavier by year 8. Sure.
What were
That can't be right. I was definitely 4 stone 12 when I went to second.
We'll do 56 a minute times by 2.2 divided by 14.
What's that to get?
My weight.
56 kilograms
Yeah, times 2.2.
is 8 stone.
8 stone. That's
8.8
what,
stone.
that's what I was when I started, yeah.
Mm.
If that.
Yeah, now do 92 kilos.
Mate, that's heavier
Double
than
me.
That's heavier than me
It's
now.
heavier than me now.
I'm going to be 75 now.
What?
What is, I think, what's that, nearly 16? Is that 16 stone?
12 stone.
No,
Oh
92.
yeah, probably yeah.
92.
I think so,
No.
yeah, it's about
Is it that
16
high? I
stone.
don't think it's that, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm.
I remember when I first started
Permabob.
saying about you.
Permabob, yeah.
Saying you do about bench press. My bench press was in my bedroom. I had a new multi gym. I had the bar which weighed about 2.5 kilograms. Put 10 kilograms on each side and it did not come back. I was shouting. I did 3 reps max. Shouting for my dad. I would lift it off my chest. Yeah, and then I just kept going. But
It's all part of it. No, I love thinking
Yeah.
back to those. Like, some people are like self-conscious about it, but I'm like,
yeah,
mate,
If you've come from it, it's easy to look
Yeah.
at it, yeah.
easy to do as well.
because you was weight loss. So what were you doing? You weren't doing weights. Were you?
Yeah, I was still doing weights. But like the first, what we've been training now, like coming up 5 years. First year was pure in the gym. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. Chest and guns every day.
Still don't know what you're doing.
Still don't know what I'm doing. Chest and guns.
Every
less,
male
but it was-
does chest every day.
It was literally, it was like I was doing bicep curls thinking it was growing my triceps. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm training.
That's what I
arms.
find when someone goes, oh, what's this work? And I think, you not feel it?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
Yeah, deadlift.
got a mad arm pump today, looking around the back and all of them biceps. It's like,
That's
yeah.
mad.
No, what it is.
Yeah, then I started boxing, which was weird actually, because
Yeah.
that's how I first met you.
Limpston.
Yeah, because Harding Hall was the name of my
Harding
gym,
Hall, yeah.
obviously.
So I think it's my dad and my uncle.
Don't know
in
if
it.
you knew
Yeah.
that.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard. So Timmy, it's my uncle.
Nice.
So he's.
Studio's falling apart.
That's alright. We don't need Jay in it.
No.
Yeah, my uncle used to be a
Come
really,
out.
really good boxer. But he, and then he died. He had a motorbike accident. So then, I think it was my dad, my nan, and my uncle. So his two brothers and mum did something with the hall. And then they upgraded it. Because it used to be like a dump.
Yeah, it was.
And now it's like a 2-story. It's nice.
It's got even better now.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, good on him.
So I remember I was in Pure Gym, when I used to train in Pure Gym.
Yeah.
And I was wearing the vest. And you were there for some reason.
Probably with Bennett or that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like the first time I met you, just like...
That would have been COVID time, I reckon. Cause
yeah,
I was,
just after, I think.
Yeah.
Just after COVID.
Yeah, when it reopened, obviously. Yeah.
And you were like, that's a good gym, mate.
Yeah.
It's mad. Crazy, that's crazy, mate. It was ages ago.
That is a long time
It's
ago.
like,
When was it?
3 years ago?
Yeah,
maybe?
like nearly 3 years ago.
Well, I reckon. Definitely with COVID and that.
Mental.
Yeah, I think it was after the first lockdown.
So you didn't have anything at COVID to train with?
I had a barbell
Nice.
and
That's what you did.
yeah, and then I got some dumbbells later on. I had 120 kilo. I knew that
Oh, right.
on the bench, so I could do bench.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did
So
you
I'm pretty sure that's where I got my injury for like
How was it? Doing too much better?
just too cold. I think
Mm.
I was in the garage, and to be fair, I was quite lucky. I had the key to a gym in Exmouth. In the first lockdown.
Oh, right, nice.
So
What did you have, Ethan?
I started off with resistance bands actually
Oh,
and
no.
push-ups, but we put the
Push-ups,
work
eh?
in.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
alright.
you get a good pump off push-ups.
Definitely good. To be fair, because I was training for boxing back then, I was running because you're allowed to leave your house
Okay,
for
yeah, yeah.
exercise.
Yeah.
So I was
That's probably
sprinting.
right then for boxing, really.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it was ideal. All I was doing was eating clean and getting lean. Eating clean, getting lean. boxing. But yeah, so it was basically shadow boxing, because I had a punch bag in the garage, I had a speed bag in the garage, dumbbells that was like maximum 7.5 kilo. But that's what you need for boxing.
Boxing, yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
explosive stuff. I was just running. Just running for weeks.
Running for weeks.
Savage. Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about yourself?
We literally managed to get in bumper plates before,
Did you?
but we had a cable machine. Yeah, it was a squat rack, which is like a bench press.
Your gym's pretty good at it, isn't it?
It's alright now, but then it was just cables and then a rack, pretty much. And some dumbbells. So you can pretty much do...
You need cable. That's what you need.
Mm.
That's the
cables
one I would
pretty much
say.
sorted you out,
Set of
yeah.
cables.
So I ended up getting
Yeah.
a multi-gym called, what's it called? Mercy? Have you heard of Mercy multi-gym? So I had like a lat pull down, leg
Yeah, yeah.
extensions, hammy curls.
See, I had one of them, but it was just so old. It was just
yeah,
it
just
was like that on it. Like.
Yeah, we've got... It was after the COVID, but we don't use it now anyway.
Mate,
It's a Smith
all
machine.
kit was so expensive as well.
Yeah.
Like, we
That's what we
bought
went
my
with,
multi-gym for like $450. 2 days later it was 900 quid.
What?
Bloody hell.
It's like gold.
But I didn't want to sell it.
Well, I know weights were selling for £5 a kilo.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Nah.
Absolutely
yeah.
mad. At one point it was like 30 quid for a 2 kilogram dumbbell.
We were lucky. We got the last set of bumper plates.
Oh,
was
was
it?
that?
How much were they? Do you have-
Normalish.
400 quid. But that's
Oh,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
What?
One of each. Or two
Yeah,
of
it's
each,
not going to
yeah.
be
Oh,
125,
mate, to
is
be
it?
fair, it was tough times. It could have been.
Yeah, you have to make a 25 and 20 and a 5.
To be fair, they did send us 3 25s and 120.
Did
Yeah,
they?
so-
Yeah. And they just messed up. Because we had the last set.
yeah,
We had
yeah,
a
so
few,
it's
like,
what's left.
individuals. So I was fuming. I thought, imagine that.
Just get a
Just
wonky
not-
chest.
Yeah. I've got wonky chest.
Sorry, mate. It's a touchy subject.
Going back to the prep for...
Yeah, we strayed away a little bit there.
Yeah. What I was thinking, because obviously everyone on social media ignores... They don't ignore, they lie about what they use
Yeah.
to get there.
And you're very open.
Yeah. So in the past, I guess, cycle-wise, I used to push it hard.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I remember actually, I know it's just so bad, but my first ever cycle was test and trend. Only because I had no idea what it was. I went to a dude in the gym and was like, can I have some steroids? yeah, thank you. I do remember they were very good ones though, Alpha Farm, which was one of the best labs you could get. So he didn't stitch me that way, which was good. And then, but I did such a small dose, which was good because I did it with a mate. So we brought it together and then but they'd come in single amps. So we were doing, I think it was like 1 mil, it was a mil of test, then half a mil of trend.
Is that a lot?
No, not to start. Well, for a first cycle, you should not touch trend. I didn't know, and I remember putting like 20 pounds on. But we did that twice a week, so I did 2 mil It was parabolin, which is like a type of tren.
Mm.
Tren Hex, which so it's a really strong one for the small milligrams. So it was only 76 milligram I was using, but still tren for the first cycle. And I put like £20 on, and I was leaner.
Why would you? I obviously have no idea. Why would you not use tren?
Because it's so strong. It's like the
so
strong. It's the king. It's like the so you got like so it's done on anabolic rating. So like testosterone's 100, and then tren's 500.
Oh, but yeah.
So it's
And you see what test does to people after one.
Yeah. Well, ideally, you want to use minimal that you can use as well, and then steadily increase it. So everybody, like, I use a car park as an analogy, which I really like. So if you've got a car park, it can only fit a certain amount of cars in that car park. So how many cars that may be is obviously on to do with your body, but you're pushing your cars in. If you then just keep pushing cars in at a faster rate, if they've got over the park, they're just queuing back. That's when you get your worse side effects, because it's just floating around your body. So it's not being used. Yeah, the receptors aren't using it.
And it's obviously it's not meant to be there, is it?
No, it's too much. Yeah. And it's so I can't say I did that, because I did use too much back in the day. But then e.g. when I came off for those 2-3 years that I stopped. Then I went back onto this. So a previous cycle, a standard cycle for me for a show was 3 mil test, 3 mil tren, 3 mil mastron. That's just the oils. Where this time I just did 2 mil of test, 1 mil of tren. That was it a week.
So you really cut it down.
Yeah. So that was, and I was doing microdosing. So I was using little slim pins and jabbing every single day. 0.3, 0.2. So it was like 2.1 test and we had 1.
So with jabbing it every single day, does that
keeps your levels a bit easier. So when you jab, obviously it's got a half-life.
With like 3 days in there for test
or
something like that?
So test EMPs, no, it's about 9 days.
9 days.
So it starts peaking, but then it's dropping off. Where if you jab every day, you get more of like a this effect instead of like a this.
I see.
So then you get your highs and your lows. Yeah. So we're doing it every day, you just get like a... Well, I felt amazing. I felt the best I've ever felt. And I was running tiny dose. And I looked the best, so it must have worked.
Out the least, isn't it?
Exactly, that's what you need to do. Yeah. And a lot of, obviously being in the industry and speaking to a lot of people, they've all seemed to have gone down this road. A dude I know, it's a powerlifter, it's just slightly different. He used to run huge dosages, he said. And now he can hold his strength on literally nothing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So yeah, you definitely... I think sometimes you need a bit extra to get there. But once you're there to maintain it, it's a lot easier.
Drop back down.
Yeah.
This is like, obviously it's sad to see, but there's been a lot of people, like a lot of deaths in the past year or two.
And that's because I think as well, they're just not... Most people... A big thing I've got a big pet hate with is bloods. A lot of people get their bloods done. Okay, well, if you're getting your bloods done, that does not mean you are healthy.
So just to say
it just tells you what is wrong with you or with you. So if you get your bloods done, I got my bloods done. Okay, so did you act on your bloods? Or did you just go, got them done, and then ignored them? And then what's the point of getting them done?
There's some people that are like, that's not as bad as it was before.
Yeah, I saw a post by quite a good known bodybuilder the other day, but got my bloods back, all great, all in range, apart from the ones that aren't. So they're not all in range then, mate, are they? Like, what's the point of putting that up? I think people like pretend they're healthier than they are. I mean, people listening probably think, he wasn't just running 2 mil one tren, but I was. Like I said, I used to run more, but I just don't need to anymore because I felt so good. I'll do that again next show. I won't need to push harder.
Is there anything that you would add in that you didn't?
No, so I wouldn't. No, because if I was adding it into a client, I'd probably give a mastron. But mastron just pulls my hair out. I don't want to lose my hair. But some people aren't affected by that. So I would.
Yeah, you better not do that, Ethan.
But mastron's such a weak steroid. But for a steroid,
side effects really
but
strong.
No. It's the other way around. So normally it's used to help control estrogen and dry you out right at the end of the prep. But like I said, if it pulls my hair out, I'm just not going to do it. I don't need it. I didn't need to be drier. So, and I also think that's another thing in the industry where people go, I've just got a bit of water weight to cut. No, it's fat. It's fat. You haven't got water weight to drop. I'm just going to drop my water and I'll be fine. No, I wake up and I'm diced 3 weeks out, really. I'm shredded then all day. I don't get watery because there's nothing to hold on to. If you're holding fat, then you're holding on to fat.
If you're lean enough,
you'll be dry enough. Yeah. But you'll be dry enough.
About it,
yeah. You'll be dry if you're lean.
What's your views on SARMs? Obviously they're quite new.
They're a big hot topic in our industry, isn't they, as well?
People seem to think they're safe. because they're new.
Yeah, so they are always advertised as a safe alternative to steroids. Obviously, there's not enough research out there yet. I don't think. Definitely because it's like not just for human use. It says it on the packets always. But
Does it?
Yeah. So it's not meant for human use. So when you buy them, because you can buy them online legally, all fine.
Where?
It says not for human use. That's
mad.
why they can sell it.
That is mad.
Yeah.
Because we've also got some mates that are
I've
taking
used
it.
some. Yeah.
They're young, and no one really knows the long-term effect.
Yeah,
That's
do
the
they?
thing.
No.
Like, you could have grown an extra arm. Create a new division of bodybuilding.
That'd be alright. No, no. I use SARMs. I've used SARMs to be fair. There's 3 I really like, which is MK677, MK2866, and Rad 140. So Rad can affect your testosterone level though. So you've got to be a little bit careful.
Is that in terms of dropping it?
Yeah,
or does it raise it whilst...
No, drop you. Well, yeah. So it'll raise when you're on it, but then when you come off it, you're off. MK677 basically just makes you hungry as hell and helps you release growth hormone, and then MK2866 is basically like a copy of Anavar for a SARM.
So what does Anavar do?
So it's like a mild steroid Anavar.
Does that help you cut down?
Yeah, so you can cut on it, but you can grow on it. It's a good starter because it's not oral. A lot of people like to start on orals, although I personally think it's not, because it's better to run tests, because that's what you put on you will lose normally. It's like I said, it's mild. There's not many side effects with it, so it's a safe one to start on. It's a safe, like I said, I would always start somebody on 2 mil a test if they were going to want to do a cycle. Again, people go, should I just start on 1? But then they don't understand the physics of how steroids work. Your body produces a baseline of testosterone. So if you put 1 in, your body stops producing, and then you're just putting it in.
Oh, I see.
So
you
that's
just bring it back to normal.
Yeah, so where you need to put 2 in, so 500, so you're ahead of it. 1 will maybe put you a tiny bit ahead, but then it's just not worth shutting yourself down or affecting your natural levels.
It's basically
for that.
stopping your actual natural testosterone and putting fake in.
Yeah.
So it's literally useless, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. So that's where you need to really do 2 mil of test for a cycle, and then you cruise, or that's why people then drop back to 1. Ideally, it's 1 mil every 10 days, but most just 1 a week because it's easier to remember. But and then that'll bring you back down to baseline. Get your bloods done. Just check where your bloods are. Act on what your bloods say. So to be fair, Alex Lord did a good post the other day, and he posted his bloods, which you don't see much. Don't see many people do that.
That's like super transparent, isn't it?
Yeah, saying, look, this is out, but he's doing this for that, and he was advertising the supplements he was taking to do it. He was saying that, but his cholesterol was really good. I think the main ones you want to watch is your blood pressure. People should always test their blood pressure. And
I have a blood pressure monitor just to check it anyway.
Yeah, just check it, because you don't. That's where a lot of deaths happen. That's where these 2 people that are dying on steroids are dying from most of the time. It's like blood pressure high, stupid high, like ridiculous levels of insulin. It's just a mad one. I get if you're at the top of the game, maybe. Because
so what are the main bloods that you need to look out for?
Yeah, so I would say your blood pressure. Yeah. Make sure that's fine. And then I think if you just have to check... So everyone goes a lot on about your testosterone. Well, your testosterone's going to be high if you're jabbing. So, obviously you want to look at it, but you don't need to look at it if you're on a cycle. Getting your bloods done when you're on a cycle is a bit pointless in that way. You need to come off, let your body reset, then do it. But I would check the cholesterol's the biggest one in my eyes. Obviously your liver and your kidneys.
Opposed to what you just said with, it's not necessarily worth checking it when you're on cycle. Is it worth to see...
If it's working.
Some people respond obviously differently.
Differently. So you can check your testosterone levels. So, for example, if you're running 2 mil tests, how high it's gone.
So what's the normal range?
Like 7 to 23, I think.
Yeah.
Roughly around there.
For a male. What would you expect if someone was running this cycle? What would you
50s,
expect?
high 50s.
50s? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow,
that's when I got my bloods done. Yeah, how long ago was that? Probably about 2 years ago. I was 159.
What?
I remember that, yeah. Normally it just gives you 52 with like the little crocodile symbol, which means above 50.
Above 52.
Yeah.
But you also said 159.
159.
That was working.
Probably like Superman.
Probably a new record, wasn't
it? Yeah. No, I think I've seen higher, to be fair. Because that would have only been 3. I never went above 3 mil. I never went above 3 mil of test.
So people also often say that test is safe.
It's naturally produced in your body.
Side effects.
There definitely is. There definitely is side effects.
Isn't there?
Yeah, loads.
If
you run too much. So again, the car park, if you're running too much of it, there's side effects. If you run half a mil, there's not much, as long as if it's bringing you into baseline and your bloods match, and they're fine, then it is fine. Like men over 40, mainly of America, they can do it over here. Get prescribed TRT, like a woman would get HRT.
But see, this is another thing. I think it's really bad how it's not pushed to
Yeah.
males. The same
Yeah,
as
you go to the
women.
doctor, you say you feel rubbish and depressed and down, they give you
Yeah.
antidepressants.
But it's like,
Why not
no.
maybe try and see if your testosterone levels are right?
If
And
a
then,
woman is going through the menopause, which
Yeah,
this is completely
they
fair
give
enough as
HRT.
well, as they should,
it's exactly the
but it should
same.
be the same for males.
Yeah, we just get antidepressants. Yeah. Over 40
mad.
bloods,
It's
get
actually
him done,
crazy.
check. But in America, because it's that you pay for it, I think that's why they do it more. I think that's why they give it out, because you're paying. But the NHS probably think it's a bit more of another strain on the NHS.
So that's another one. If a woman was to go, so like my mum, for example, go through menopause, goes there, requests it, done,
Gets it.
easy. If my dad were to go and be like, I want to start TRT,
Yeah, give you Viagra.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally it.
Yeah.
And I found out the other day, it doesn't actually help you get it up.
No,
It
you've
just
got to
helps
be
you
aroused.
maintain,
Yeah.
Which is
Helps the blood flow to it. If I remember when I stag do, I dropped 3 of my mates' drink. The stag, he didn't get aroused, so it didn't work. But
you imagine he did.
he said he had a headache in the morning.
But yeah, I think it's just so bad
Yeah.
how it's not pushed.
No.
Because obviously when your test drops, your sex drive drops.
Yeah, so it's
which is the
libido
problem.
drops. Yeah. So then
instead
that
of
causes a lot of
Viagra,
problems in relationships.
They would need
They need
test.
testosterone. Yeah. But it's hopefully, I think if you go there and you know what you're talking about and you push it a bit, they'll give it to you. Like I know a few people from the gym that get a TRT given, but yeah, it should just be more open. But that might just be my view because I'm a bodybuilder. But I think it's the health of it is so much more.
Well, yeah.
Get everyone off the depressants. Get everyone.
Because another thing is like, because I was saying to my mum, like, Dad wouldn't know
To ask for it or whatever.
to ask for
Yeah.
it, and he wouldn't you wouldn't necessarily know that you feel any different.
No. But you
why
are
would
on the
not
decline.
Want to feel better at that
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
of life.
Yeah, it just bring you into range.
Yeah, it's not to.
Well, the thing is where that range
turn
is.
down
So,
into a bodybuilder.
yeah, so some people are 23, aren't they? So, like on the scale,
Yeah.
naturally high levels of testosterone. If you're 7,
Then
you're going to
need
feel
TRT.
different. Yeah. But officially you're still in range, but you'll be low end range. So I think it's better to be higher end. But
Is it possible to be over 23?
I reckon
naturally?
so. I reckon so. There must be people out
There's gotta
there.
be in there.
There must be some people with naturally high levels of test. But there's that argument, isn't there? There's that woman that was a runner for the Olympics, and she was way over a woman's testosterone level. But apparently it was just natural.
Just
So they banned
like-
her.
Did they?
Yeah. But men are allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Just call yourself Sally.
That's weird. That's weird. I've seen this thing. Do you know Greg Doucette, Coach Greg on YouTube?
Oh, I don't like his face. I don't know names very well.
He's a funny dude. He's funny. Quite a high
I
pitched
think I
voice.
do know.
But he covers like a lot of the open stuff. And
Yeah.
he was having an argument with a trans athlete. I believe it was male to female, and they were competing
Yeah, they're
in
gonna win
powerlifting.
Yeah, they're going
And
to
they
win.
were saying, why can't the girls just lift the weights? And I was like,
Because we're a
because
man.
you're a man.
Yeah. We're a
Like-
lot stronger. We've got testosterone.
Just, yeah, there's no debating it. It's
No.
just, it is the truth.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's so unfair for that person to be able to compete in that division.
Yeah, of
They
course.
shouldn't be allowed to.
No, they shouldn't.
You get- you get the
Because
UFC
there's women
fighters.
that work
Yeah,
their ass
Men
out.
UFC fighters, like,
Imagine
Yeah.
Conor McGregor having a turn into a
Yeah.
tranny and
Yeah.
he's like going against women.
fights some
It's,
women.
like, it's so unfair on the women as well because they train.
yeah. They train. They're
as
not
hard
going to
as
be
they
able to
can.
get to that level. That's why there's
Top
men and
level
women's
athletes,
sports.
and they deserve to be top
Yeah,
level
yeah.
athletes.
Because a
And so
top level
many
woman
sports.
athlete would beat a normal man.
Oh yeah.
But if that man is then a top level athlete, he's
It's
going to be. That's
yeah.
why there's divisions. That's why there's men and women's sport.
It's safety, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's
It's like
the-
basketball. Imagine a male basketball player.
Well, yeah.
7 foot odd.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not as stupid. I think,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
It's up to you to change. So,
Yeah, so then you should have to sacrifice,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
have to compete with men still. But
yeah. That'd just be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
No, so I suppose
they can't
yeah.
last.
But then, I mean, it's not frowned upon to make that transition, but I think it should be frowned upon to then
To
be
compete.
like, why am I not allowed to compete?
Yeah. I choose. Or
Because
make
it's,
it.
it's
Yeah.
an easy way to win.
Yeah. If that's definitely if you're already wasn't it a swimmer? Was already a pro swimmer.
Yeah.
Already
Yeah.
a professional swimmer. Well, actually, I'm gonna be a woman now. Oh yeah, I won. Like,
It's going to happen.
like, yeah.
It's just not fair. It's not fair.
No.
I've got another question here.
Yeah.
Just double check it. So, when I was started training, obviously I found it, all my mates don't train.
Yeah.
So, how did you struggle with training and your lifestyle, and how did you make it work together?
So no, I was quite lucky in this way. So when I was at college, when I started training, all my group did train, but they also like to go out party and stuff like that. But they did also go to the gym. So what our usual routine was, we'd finish school or college, whatever it was, at 3, go up to the Cranford Club, train, and then but that's just what we did. Then we'd go home, play Call of Duty, whatever. And then when we got a bit older, we started going out. I luckily just never drunk, so people didn't pressure me to drink or expect me to drink. Where say like we was in our group, and say like Jason didn't want to drink, everyone would be on him. Well, why are you not drinking? But people just didn't question it with me, which was lucky.
Did you ever have that phase where you?
No, I remember being drunk once. Who was I saying to the other day? I was saying it to someone, and it was with I was with my mate called Henry, and I was like, Henry, mate, I've got to go outside. I need to. And we just kept walking up. It was outside Q Club in Exeter. We just kept walking up and down, just to like burn it off, hopefully. But that was the only time I've ever been drunk.
So I'm very much the other way now.
Yeah.
But there's been many times where I've gone past the limit.
Yeah.
Like Halloween, I almost died. So probably not my finest moment, which did put me off massively.
Yeah. That's
and then the staff do was an anomaly.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Yeah,
Well, I do think I've got nothing against alcohol,
and
and if somebody wants to drink, you can have a drink. I just see no benefit for what I'm trying to do.
That's where I'm heading.
It costs money. It makes you feel crap. It's bad for muscle. Increases estrogen levels. Like there's so many things that I don't like the taste. So
it doesn't even like make you feel good when you're on it. Do you know what I mean? When you're drinking, I don't feel like this is definitely worth it. Because the next day I know I'm going to feel awful.
That's the thing. But
it's a complete waste
if you
of
get
the
the
day
feeling
do you know what I mean?
of the
Some
next
people
day out the way, then I can have a really good time.
Yeah, some
I
people
can.
definitely
That's
can't.
where.
I can't either.
So I'm drinking, so I'm not really enjoying it.
No, I just what's the point of doing it? That's why I was.
Yeah.
If I don't think about that, I'll have a class time.
Yeah.
And then when I think about it next morning, I'm like, oh.
Why did I do
But
that?
I'm just put off from my injury, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was a massive knock to the head.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. It was a wake up call.
Yeah.
Have you said that to people before?
Yeah, I covered it on my channel. But it was like, basically just tripped out the back of a car.
Fell outwards.
Fell out the car, tipped backwards,
Yeah.
right on the corner of the curb.
Yeah, it was like.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
That could be a lot worse.
Well, I remember them saying like, you really got lucky here. And that's when I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, because you can like die from just falling over and hitting your head in
Well,
the
that's
cab.
the thing, yeah.
Coming out
Let
of the
alone
car.
tipping out backwards. And then
It's bad. The back of your head's the worst place to hit as well.
Yeah.
the main thing was, if I wasn't drunk, that would not have happened.
No,
But
no,
yes,
no.
I probably would have fallen over because it's me, but I would have been able to land.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
not just
can
gone off.
do something to like protect yourself.
Well, you've got slow reactions, haven't you?
And
When
I
you're
just
drunk?
dropped. And then like, I threw up instantly as well, which is apparently a bad sign.
Oh, yeah.
Concussion, isn't it?
Yeah, that is actually. I remember.
Poor Em as well, she saw it all.
Yeah.
Must have been awful.
Yeah. There is something about that being sick after you
Yeah,
hit your head.
apparently it's really bad. But then I was drinking as well.
So it might have been a bit of
So it
both.
could have
Yeah.
been a bit of both.
When you hit your head and you throw up straight after.
It's a bad sign. Yeah.
Apparently
Is that just
it happened
concussion
to
or
me.
was it like even worse than
I
that?
don't know. Only reason I know that is because I once was. This was when I was a lot younger. Was playing it was called Carter Park, and someone threw a stone over and hit me on the head.
Oh,
Now I didn't think anything of it. Didn't knock me out or anything. It just hurt.
Mm.
Anyway, one of the dudes we were with, mum was either a nurse or a doctor, and she said, "Oh, have you been sick?" I said, "Oh no," and I remember her
It's like
asking
one of the
that.
main
Yeah.
questions they ask, isn't it? It's weird. I'd probably look at
Yeah, yours could have either been alcohol or the head.
But another thing as well, so obviously it was Halloween, and the ambulance came, and they were like looking after me and whatnot, put a blanket on me, kept me warm, because I was in my boxing shorts.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was literally just
were.
wearing boxing
I'll
shorts.
get a
remember-
photo.
I remember
Yeah,
rocking
get a
up to that
photo,
party.
it's
I remember rocking up seeing you thinking, "Fuck, you're gonna be frozen, mate." Like, yeah.
That was only like 8:30 and I was gone as
Yeah.
well. I was absolutely gone. It was like I was just in boxing shorts, laying on the pavement at like 2 in the morning, shivering.
Thinking,
Then the
probably
ambulance turned up, ambulance turned up, and they stood me up and walked off and said walk towards the ambulance.
shouldn't
M caught me because I fell back.
have. Yeah.
That's bad.
Imagine M didn't catch me. 'Cause
Fell,
obviously-
not you again.
no, because that's really bad.
Probably
Like,
scared.
They should have done that really.
no, they shouldn't. That's really bad.
They probably just thought you were pissed up.
That's what,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's also bad as well because they shouldn't have that. They should have like
Yeah, they shouldn't.
review a patient.
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, walk over and
Not
see if he's
just
fallen over.
don't piss me.
Oh, he is actually pretty drunk.
He's fallen over again, cracked his head on the other side. Right, it's taken
Oh,
out.
what an idiot.
Yeah, so I've stopped drinking now. Well, I say I've stopped drinking. If I go out, I might have a couple, but
See, that's
I
the stage
hate
where I'm at
feeling
now.
sick.
I don't think there's no point in that.
well, that is what I think.
You probably
Like,
just do it out of
I feel-
peer pressure.
It's peer pressure. All my mates drink and don't go to the gym. So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
go out, they're like, "Oh, I'm getting around or whatever."
Are they like that with you as well? Were they
Well,
not
they-
necessarily
they
like you have
force
to
me,
drink?
but like
but-
I feel like I have to drink, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I've started not to now.
'Cause my mates are really chill. They're really supportive.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fair.
But it's
Mine
because
always
mine
will.
don't understand. They're
Gym.
like, "Oh, do you want to go out tonight?" I'm like,
Got gym.
"I've got chest." I'd much
That's
sound
like-
savage, but like,
It's true though, isn't it? I mean,
if
it's
you
true.
skip one session, how many others are you gonna skip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Plus
But
it ruins
it's
your
not.
week.
It's not a hobby. It's more of a lifestyle now. Do you know what I mean? I'd
Yeah,
rather-
yeah.
Well, so literally, my best mate, so Bennett, right, so he's my oldest mate from school. So it's his stag do in February, and I'm like torn if to go, because it would just be enough. I want to go for Ryan, but he's going to do a home one anyway.
Yeah.
It's in Hanbury, so it's like, I just think I want to go because I want to be with everyone. It'd be nice. It'd be a laugh. But if ever just getting drunk the whole time, it's like,
it
be boring,
soon,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
quickly becomes
yeah,
not
I
very
don't-
fun for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and I do all my kitchen on the weekend, so
You would be able to do. Yeah, that's
I'd be
what
so
I do as
busy
well,
anyway.
innit?
It was like when we did our staff do. It was class because the football was on and we went for
yeah,
three or
yeah,
four.
that was perfect. I like
It was
that.
a really good evening.
And then when everyone else was carrying on, I just go home. Then
Mm.
you've got something at
Apart from
18.
Isaac. Whatever.
No, he
happened
went
to
home early in the end. He was,
Isaac was. We were sat there watching the football.
he was level of thousands, like literally,
God,
like
so
as
bad.
if he was shouting as if the ref was in the room,
Oh, man.
and then suddenly he just went quiet, and then yeah,
I moved around next to guys.
What, he just went?
A big sheet.
no, he
sea
passed
shuffle
out
around.
asleep,
Oh.
and then he just walked out.
That's it. I turned around.
Yeah,
He's like that on the sofa.
Yeah.
And then we got the penalty, and I woke him up, and then
He was
we watched it,
buzzed
he was
again
absolutely
for about a minute.
buzzing, and then turned around 10 minutes later, back asleep, and then we got the next penalty. We wake him up again. And I
He
really
was
think he
fuming
watched
at
it.
it. No, I think he was quite angry at that.
Oh,
like,
well,
yeah,
Kate missed
physically
it.
angry.
Mm.
Did you just
Oh
walk
yeah,
off?
no, yeah. He went outside, and I saw him on the phone, and then he come back in, and then he gone.
Okay, yeah.
And you were like, so I was a bit
I was
wavy.
thinking,
at this
where's he
point,
gone?
and you
'Cause
were
it's cold, it
"Have
was
you
cold,
seen
wasn't
Isaac?"
it? Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was icy, like really icy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously we were on the key.
Yeah, because that
Oh,
was
was
really
there.
slidey.
That's a bit dodgy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
But
was
he,
dodgy.
but he had just got picked up. He was alright.
Literally right outside the pub.
Yeah,
He was perfectly fine.
That game made me mad.
yeah.
Oh, man, it was horrible.
That second penalty,
It was horrible.
that was savage.
I felt so bad for him as well.
He should have
But
scored.
like you said, yeah, obviously I back Harry Kane to score a penalty, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
did everybody
So
really.
you have to put him there. Yeah, yeah.
I
But
don't. It's because you're a Tottenham fan.
My view though
but-
is because it was a second penalty against a keeper that I think he should have said Rashford take this from.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause
Rashford's got a good penalty.
They train together, and it's second
Yeah.
penalty in the same night. It's
Same
just,
game.
Yeah.
And then if it was going to go to penalties,
Yeah. Do you
No.
know what I
yeah,
mean?
he would have had
It's-
three. Although Mbappe.
the problem is though,
penalties in the
imagine
final.
oh yeah,
He
true,
did,
fair
didn't
play.
he?
Imagine if Rashford had took it, and then Rashford missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Then it
not
would have
worth the
been
backlash, is
no,
it? That's the problem.
no.
That's probably half the reason why he did it.
Yeah, you think actually you
Well,
just
so
got.
even
think about
Saka
Euros.
got massively racially abused.
Oh, yeah,
he
that
was
was
one of the
after.
better players on the pitch.
Oh, what? Even off the World Cup?
That game, he
Did
was
he?
massively,
Wow,
yeah, massively
Jesus.
racially abused.
Oh,
Yeah,
People was.
so bad. It's
If we
disgusting.
won, it'd be the other way around.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
great
outrageous.
players.
So,
Yeah.
I think that's with the managers as well. Innit? If a manager makes a substitute and he scores, it's like, oh, the best thing ever.
Yeah. Well,
Doesn't make the substitute. Yeah.
you can never
it's
win.
tricky, you know,
Yeah.
you can't win. You can't win. That's the problem.
You can never win in anything.
Other than bodybuilding.
I think we should probably
Wrap it. I think we've actually been a lot longer than we think.
I
agree.
think so.
I
Well, it's
thought,
8 o'clock, I think. Then.
oh,
Is it?
yeah.
5 to 8.
For now.
Hopefully the camera's still recording.
Yeah, right.
Probably gone flat. But yeah. Thanks very much, Guy, for coming on today.
No worries.
Thank you.
Anytime.
We'll put your socials on the
Yeah,
screen
perfect.
in the comment.
Yeah.
Follow for what do you post? Literally every day, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Innit?
I post most days. Bit of me, bit of training, bit of coaching, bit of tips.
Mm.
So easy.
Online
Football
coach.
basis.
So if you are in America or anywhere else and you want to be coached by full-time world champion, just
Soon
give him a
to be.
message on Instagram,
Yeah.
and
I'll
yeah,
get back to you.
Another one was about follow the Gym Lads Talk Instagram
and TikTok.
and TikTok.
Ethan's in charge of that.
I'm in charge of that. It's probably not the best idea, but follow it because there'll be loads of content coming soon. We'll post little snippets from every episode and like the highlights and stuff.
Yeah, because we're not just doing a podcast. Every other week is a video, a YouTube video.
Mhm.
So Saturday morning we're doing an army fitness test. Not
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
forward to
perfect.
that.
Savage.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
swim.
the
trying to-
swims.
The
Yeah.
swim. This is the
I'll do the
hard
rest. The swim. No thanks.
This is the part where like, I
Yeah,
rang you, like, when I had a meeting
He
this
rang me at
half six,
half
and I was
six this
like,
morning. I
Jay,
can't
I'm really
swim,
scared
mate.
about the swim.
He's been dreaming about it.
Cold, not the swim. It's
Yeah.
the
That's the
physical.
thing.
Do you know how hard swimming is as well? I was doing
100 yards, that's
Yeah, so that's-
472 metres.
that. So I was at David Lloyd the other day, and that's 25 metres ago. I did about 4. My heart was out to my chest. I was
Yeah.
before I was going to
Actually-
die. I was only
Bear
100
in mind,
metres
that's a
in a
heat-
swimming
that's a
pool.
heat-
Oh
Heated pool.
no, I've not swum for years. So I forgot
500
what
is
it's like.
probably going
Georgie
to
said she needs to bring her armbands.
I wouldn't be surprised. Call the life.
When are you
people
doing it?
ready. Saturday
Saturday.
morning.
be. Oh, this Saturday.
We could do
In
it.
Exmouth.
Yeah.
We'll be in Exmouth actually.
We
Oh, yeah.
actually.
What's
Well, yeah,
time?
it's because obviously my birthday tomorrow.
We're doing it at 8 in
Big
the morning.
Frio.
Yeah, we'll probably be asleep.
Yeah.
Well, they just come down. Well, I live on the marina, so just.
We'll be
You probably hear us
We'll be
shouting.
coming in, mate. Shit.
Yeah.
With hyper firm.
The thing is, where are you? Oh, no, you need to do it down there because the gym bit's down there.
Yeah.
Don't you? Yeah.
So I think
We
we'll
might.
swim first, get
If
out,
we get up,
warm up
if we
with
get
the
out
run.
of bed, we'll come down.
for moral support.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
guys.
No, for laughing.
So we'll swim- It's got to be swim first.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I think so. What do you think? Swim first, get out, warm up on the run.
No, yeah, I did say that because also you can run to the pull-up machine.
You run to the pull-ups.
Yeah, but it might just be cut the video short. I might not make it through the swim. Do you know what I mean?
You
At least
will.
we'll get content before the swim. If I don't.
No, but then that also gives
That-
you
do you know how
incentive
cold
to
that's
finish.
gonna be?
It's 10 degrees
Yeah.
sea temperature.
10, oh.
No,
But-
well, it was 5, wasn't it?
No, it's 10.
Why don't you go to a pool maybe?
Yeah, we're not allowed to film in the pool though.
Oh,
are we?
yeah,
Imagine
true.
that.
Oh,
The cameras everywhere, drone above us.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
someone flying the drone, so that's not. I don't think we'll get away with that. But yeah,
It's gonna
stay
be
tuned for that anyway.
Yes.
And,
Sweet, sweet.
yeah, cheers, guys.
Thank you very
No
much for
worries.
listening.